Today we have our boy Crook, aka baseball player, aka my
That
boy,
outfielder.
that outfielder.
Get it
That
right, son.
outfielder.
So
Yeah,
That
that
Crook,
outfielder,
outfielder.
right?
Yeah.
Crook, let everybody know what you about, dog.
Man, I'm a simple dude. I'm from the Dominican Republic. A lot of people think I'm just American because my English is fluent. But I moved to the United States when I was young. So
Yeah, you
I
forgot you
turned the
flipped the
camera
camera,
on.
dog.
There we go.
That was a nice toothbrush, though. That was a nice
Yo,
toothbrush. So I can't front.
healthy toothbrush,
Listen,
B. Yo.
listen. We're doing a bathroom interview right now, and I never used Skype in my life. All right, this is my first time ever using Skype. So I was just leaving y'all a rundown how I'm chilling. I got my little flops on. Y'all want to see?
MTV Cribs,
Yo,
yo.
yo,
MTV
hell yeah.
Cribs,
Show
bro.
that shit off.
Boom.
Oh, yo.
Oh,
Chilling.
Now, are those the indoor slippers or the outdoor slippers?
This is both, bro. I don't need
Oh,
to. When I'm
oh.
at the field, though, I got my other slippers. You know what I'm saying? I got that good. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm at the house, I'm chilling with the boys. I got the comfy ones on. You know what I'm saying? I get home, put the shoes away, get the slippers on. Period.
Business is over. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. All right, cool. Perfect, G. Yo, any major shout outs? It's your time to shine, kid.
Bro, so I'm gonna shout out my girl officially, you know what I'm saying? Jocelyn, she out there somewhere, she gonna see this. I'm gonna shout out the whole family, you know what I'm saying? My people's out there in Charlotte. Shout out to y'all. Hopefully I get to go hang out with y'all again this year. And then shout out to my boys back in Jersey. We're gonna keep it simple. All
Jersey
right?
strong. I love to hear humble beginnings, dude. I love it, man. You
Jersey
know.
strong, man.
Now we're gonna get into, just basically your career right now. You drafted at 18. Drafted at 18. In the
Yeah.
23rd round. You
Yeah.
know, what did you have to adjust to like so fast? What did you have to adjust to? What was the biggest hurdle?
Well, if I can remember, the draft was in June.
Hmm.
And I was 17. I was turning 18 a month later. So I got drafted. I was still 17, and I
Cody.
was coming out of college. So it was crazy because so young. I wasn't even supposed to be in college at 17.
Hey,
And
don't worry about it. Just give the wink and
yeah. So what happened was, I started school early, whatever. That's what they told me. My parents told me that I started school early in the DR. Usually, when you come to the states, they bring you down 2 grades because the English barrier or whatever. They give you like a placement test. So when I got to the states, I had already like learned a little bit of English. So my English wasn't so bad. So when I took the placement test, my English was up to par or whatever to where they needed it to be. They didn't send me down any grades, so it ended up being that I graduated early. I was 16 as a senior in high school. I graduated that year, went to JUCO, played ball there, and the biggest and the most difficult thing for me when I signed was going away. Because for
Facts.
us, for me, I went to school an hour away from home, which is not far at all. That's like a perfect medium where you're not in your home city, like in your town, but you're a little bit far away. Because for me, it was like an hour. But then you get drafted. All of a sudden, it's like, all right, now you got to go to Arizona. That's 3 hour time zone difference. That's like in the
Yeah.
West Coast. That's like, yo, you about to be out in Mexico. I said, what? So that to me was the most difficult part. And if I can remember, when I signed, it was all new. It was a lot of stuff going on. It was like all these different people that you start to meet, and you start to meet a lot of important people. And like at 17, like you're not thinking about all this stuff. You just want to play baseball. And I remember that just getting accustomed to like the traveling schedule and to the Arizona heat, man. I remember the first time that I got out here, they didn't let me train on the field for 2 days because you have to get your physical done and stuff first. You got to do a lot of paperwork, all that crap.
word.
And then the first day they let me on the field, I did one sprint to first base, and I was dizzy because it was 120 degrees
Damn, dog.
Arizona, bro. I was passed out. I came out and I went to the dugout and I threw up just because I was like, I never been in 120-degree
I mean, I
weather.
can't
It's
laugh.
like,
I jumped from doing a couple jumping jacks. So
yeah, nah, bro. It was like, yo, you want baseball? All right, here's a sauna. Yeah, bro.
all right. So since you were drafted so young, at what point in your career or your young life did you realize that you wanted to be a baseball player? you're like, damn, I'm good enough to be at the next level?
Ever since I started playing, and it's in my case it's different because I was young, but I was old for the kids that started playing ball. So for me, I didn't start playing baseball until I moved to the United States, which was like the age of 11. And most kids that are, playing already or whatever, they start playing at like 4. People that get drafted, they've been playing since like 3 or 4, since they could pick up a bat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't like baseball when I was in the Dominican Republic. I didn't like it. I didn't follow it. I moved here, and I had a cousin who used to play. And I was like, all right, cool. I went on there. He was like, yo, you should play with me. I said, okay, fine. I played. I hit like 20 home runs in Little League.
Hey.
And they were like, yo,
you should start playing.
Play some baseball. So then I went into high school, and that's when I fell in love with it. I made the varsity team, and I was like 13 years old. Like, I was a young freshman, you know what I'm saying? I was like 12, just turned 13. And I was playing with guys like 18, 19 years old, seniors. And I'm looking at these guys like, damn, I want to be like that. And just the inspiration and, falling in love with the game. At that point, as a freshman, sophomore in high school, all my papers in school, they make you write papers in high school and that. Everything was like, oh, I want to be a baseball player. And what's your dream job? I want to be a baseball player. People are like, yo, be realistic. I'm like, nope, baseball player. That's what I want to do. So
that's great. I mean, hey, you followed your dream and it's becoming a reality, bro.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Yeah,
great fucking stuff, man. I love it already. Now, 2019 was a great season for you. Right? It was a really good season for you. I was looking at the stats. I was like, wow, you went from AA to AAA, and your batting average actually stayed the same. That's hard for a lot of players to do. 2019, how do you build off for this year?
Well, honestly, it's just a lot of baseball is a game of consistency. If you can stay consistent with what you do, you'll never slump. And to me, I don't think there's no such thing as slumps, because you will go up and down, you will be good and you'll be bad, but just how quickly you get out of it. If you think you'll slump, you'll slump. So for me, it's just being consistent. And what I did all year last year was just have fun. I just went out there and I played the game and I had fun. It was, I was put in very tough situations. I was put in situations where it was like, basically we're giving you an opportunity right now. If you don't take advantage of it, we're going to get someone else. Because I started the season off in AA as a 5th outfielder, which means that there's 3 guys that are going to play mostly every day. And then there's the 4th outfielder who's going to come in when somebody needs rest, somebody gets hurt or whatever. And then the 5th guy, which was me at the time, we just going to play you when we can. and that's how it started for me, because I had a setback. I had a few setbacks. I had a shoulder surgery in 2016, and I had a sports hernia. Those
17, right?
Yeah, 16 and 17, back-to-back years, man. Those 2 surgeries put me back and set me back. So even 2018, when I first came, I was kind of like that guy who they didn't really have a spot for. And it was hard to get playing time, Even though I had a really good season that year, too, I excelled when they put me in AA. And that was my first time in AA. And even then, it was tough because there's prospects and then there's guys that have to play. So then when 2019 came around, it was like, well, you're still in the same boat, dude, because we still have those same prospects. So it was a situation where, we're in the National League. When we get to AA and AAA, pitchers have to hit because of the National League. So that rule was in effect, and that's really where I started getting my opportunities. I was getting opportunities to go pinch hit every game. And that was really the only time at first where I was like playing. And I said to myself, okay, well, if this is the only time I'm going to be playing, I'm going to be the best pinch hitter there is in this league. Next thing you know, a few hits here and there, playing time. Next thing you know, somebody gets hurt in AAA, fly me out there. I get to AAA. I didn't play for a whole week, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm here. Like, what's up? What you doing?
Yo, I look good.
Hey, yo.
I'm like, yo, y'all know y'all got a new player, right? Bro, I didn't touch the field for 10 days. I touched the field for 10 days. 10 days or something like that. And then they were like, yo, we need a pinch hitter one day. I said, the manager was like, yo, can you hit this guy? This guy was throwing like 7 scoreless innings. He was like, can you hit this? I was like, hell yeah, I can hit him. Put me in. Put me in, double off the wall, and the rest was history. They put me in. They started playing me. But again, it was limited because when I got to AAA, there were 6 outfielders, and 1 was hurt. So I was the 6th. When that other guy came back, I was going to be the 7th. And it's like, there's only 3 positions, dude. So again, it was limited, and it was pinch hitting, and then I became so good at becoming a pinch hitter, which is one of the hardest roles in baseball. Coming in cold off the bench,
You
like you're
haven't seen
facing,
anything at all.
yeah, you're facing the closers, you're facing like the hard throwing guys, which in AAA is like 100 miles an hour, and you're cold, like. Yo, it's like you stretch, you loose. All right, go face 100.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
like
my role for
you're on the
a while.
you're on the on deck circle trying to cash for it, and it's like,
Yeah.
nah, this is not. You have literally 45 seconds to see exactly how his release window's coming and what his tendencies are.
Exactly. You got less than a second to react.
I mean, if one of your teammates is banging a drum, you might know what's coming. But
yeah, so you know that was bro, it was tough, and I had to do a lot of communication, a lot of talking with the guys, like, yo, what's he got? What can I see? What should I expect? Guys that have known him before, like, hey, what does he throw? And then next thing you know, bro, like, people on the team were surprised. They're like, yo, how are you so good at pinch hitting? And because I would come in and I just first pitch homer. I don't care. Whatever. First pitch, double, whatever. Next thing you know, bro, somebody else gets hurt. They got to put me in. They put me in. I won player of the week in the league. And they were like, oh, so we have to play you now. I won player of the month that month. So like, oh.
Yeah, so you kept doing your thing.
Yeah,
you made the most of your opportunity, bro.
Play. And then they
started
giving me opportunities. What's up?
That was back in 2018, right?
No, this was this past year. So 2018.
19.
This was 19, yeah. 2018, I started the season off in low A. I was there for a month. I killed it. Then I went to high A. I was doing really good, but I was hitting everything straight at people. So line drives out. I was
Adam
hard balls out. So I was just unlucky. So when somebody got hurt in Double A that year, 2018, they were like, "Yo, your numbers don't look good, but you're hitting the piss out of the ball." So they just sent me to Double A. And funny story, they told me I was going to be in Double A for 2 weeks because the guy that got hurt for like 2 weeks. He was like, "Yo, he's going to be out for 2 weeks." So I was like, "Okay, I got 2 weeks here. I got to show him what I can do." I went on a 15-game hitting streak. I was batting 500 in those 2 weeks. They were like, "All right, we got to send somebody else now." What they gonna do?
Oh, yo.
Yeah, we lost somebody.
Yo. There we go.
We good.
So I'm actually glad that you're taking a lot of opportunities, man. It just brings, like, baseball, the old cliche is that you failed 9 out of 10 times. And obviously, look how many times you failed, but look how successful you came so far. You know, that's one in itself. That's the best story that you can say at all, man. You know, and I read up on you. Like, you actually were seeing the ball so good at one point. You hit 4 home runs in 5 games.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you know, it's not crazy.
That was fun.
That's the character you are, dude. It seems like you just went out there just having fun. Like, there's no.
And that's the thing, yeah. Like that's what I told myself. I told myself, look, I don't know how long I'm gonna be playing this game for. This could be my last year. This could be my, you know, I could play 7 more years. I could play 10 more years. I don't care. The bottom line is I want to be able to enjoy. I don't want this to be a job for me. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to go out there every day and not give myself an excuse not to have fun, because there isn't. It's just you're entertaining. That's our job. Yeah. Like the description of a baseball player's job is entertainment. Yeah. That is really what we do. And like sometimes, you know, we get caught up in sports, all the sports really. We get caught up in sports, you know, guys like go into slumps or like go into bad, you know, years, have a whole bad year. And then the business side of it is so tough because, you know, people make decisions on your behalf that you have no control of. So a lot of times you get frustrated or you get mad or whatever. But, like, again, I said it right there. It's things that you can't control. So, like, I'm over here just, like, what I can control is having fun and going out there and enjoying the game, you know, doing whatever I got to do. Like, I'm out here just talking to fans, like, dancing. I'm over here, like, busting moves out in the outfield, like, during the pitch.
Bro, being a real Dominican is what you're saying.
Yeah, bro, I'm living life because, like, I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this for.
I feel you, man. I feel you. So now that we have a really legit baseball player here, so the big news in MLB nowadays is the Astros, obviously.
Yeah.
What is your take on that?
Oof. The Astros, man. It's tough because, you know, it's so difficult when you
especially for you who loves the game so much and you play because you love it.
And especially for me, because if you look at it, like I'm a guy who is praying on opportunities, right? I'm a guy who like I need that opportunity to show what I can do to get up to the next level, right? For me, it's the big leagues next year, or next level is the big leagues this year, right? This year, yeah, that's the next level for me. So you look at a situation where you have guys who are cheating and taking advantage of technology in such a way and ruining people's careers. Because what if I'm that guy who's just on the cusp of making the big league club and the whole lineup is cheating and knowing what's coming and what I'm saying, taking advantage of that. And meanwhile, I'm doing my thing here, fair, and I'm not getting any praise for it because those guys over there are taking advantage. And the same goes for the pitchers. Like some guys who were part of that were pitching to the Astros that got rocked or whatever.
Clayton Kershaw.
They ain't getting those numbers back. But Kershaw's got money. Kershaw's got his
money. Yeah. I'll say more of the. No, I understand, but I'm saying more like the legacy thing for Kershaw.
Yeah. But what about the guys who don't have a job now because they sucked in the playoffs or whatever? Because that's such a big thing now. You know what I'm saying? Playoffs is when you want your guys to succeed. Right. If you are thought of as the guy who, he's good, but he's not good in the playoffs, nobody's going to want you because they want you to be good in the playoffs. So a lot of guys lost jobs, like pitchers especially. They lost jobs because they got hit around. They gave up a few runs. I can't remember the name of the pitcher who I didn't even think he got out of the first inning.
No, he didn't. He only had 2 outs. He only pitched 22 of innings, and he gave up 6 runs, 7 runs actually. And
exactly. So think about that guy. So for me, it's tough. I think they should be punished. Everybody's thinking the same thing. I feel like it's a very sensitive topic for everybody in the league because obviously we're worried about the stuff that we got to do, and we're worried about the game not being corrupted and trying to keep it safe for everybody. So it's like just the steroid thing. Nobody really wants to talk about it because it's not going on anymore. Nobody wants to bring that era back because again, there's so many guys who are clean and there's so many guys who have been clean their whole career. Why would this guy be testing positive for something? Yeah, get him out of here. So it's the same situation. We don't want these guys to be out here taking opportunities away from people.
100%, bro.
1,000%, kid. Now it's good that you brought up you're on the cusp. You spoke about a lot of players meeting the cusp of making the show, right? So now that you're on the cusp, because now you're in AAA and you're out there in Arizona, right? Has it hit you yet that you can make the show? It's only a couple months away. It's this year away. Has it hit you yet?
Bro, it hit me when I got drafted. It hit me when I got up every single time that I got up to the next level. And it hit me especially when I was in AAA because there was at one point during the season, there was 1 month left of the season last year, and I looked up to the scoreboard or whatever, and it showed my average, and my average said 330. 1 month left.
Ooh.
And I said, wow, September is right around the corner. I know they're gonna call a lot of people up in September. Yo, that literally could be me. And that's when it really hit me. I was like, man, this really could happen. But at the end of the day, I've gone through so many things in my career. I've gone through so many ups, so many downs. I've gone through so much that for me, I'm so focused on it that, it's not gonna hit me until I'm there. Because right now it's I'm walking this path that it's nothing gonna, veer me off of it. Nothing's going to take me away from that path. And I feel a lot of things could distract you. And, just the thought of oh, I'm so close. Yeah, you're close. But at the end of the day, I don't just want to make it. I want to be, an impact. I want to make an impact. I want to have a legacy up there. I don't want to just make it to the show. You know what I'm saying? I want to do more than that. So if your path is only to make it to the show, then you just thinking about it, you're when I get there, I'm satisfied. I'm happy. Not for me. I want to get there. I want to be an impact. I want to help my team win a World Series ring, and I want to do a bunch of things. So, for me, that's when it's going to hit me. When I'm there and I'm being an impact player, when I'm doing things, when I'm playing every day, I'm like, okay, this is cool,
Well, when you win
get
the
my
World
baseball
Series,
glove right now, son.
Hold on. When you win the World Series, I want you to take off your shirt and have a Warehouse Sports Talk shirt underneath your jersey. That's all I'm saying, bro.
I'm gonna have a logo right up on my shirt.
There you go, bro. That's it, dog. Well, I sucked at baseball, so I never had any aspirations to play baseball.
Baseball's hard, bro. I don't recommend. I be in the off season I be training kids, and
I see that, man. You do a lot of charity work.
The what?
You do a lot of charity work with kids and stuff like that.
Yeah. I do a lot of that. I love working with the kids and just giving back whatever I know. And sometimes one of the first things that I tell them is like, yo, do you love this game? And if your answer is no, then stop playing right now because it doesn't get easy. It doesn't get easy, and my boys in the bag over here.
Look at everybody. This is a bathroom conversation, bro.
We got interruptions going on over here.
This one from break room to bathroom break.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do sometimes.
That shit happens.
But I'm like, yo, listen. If you don't love this game, like you're just gonna have to find something else to do because it's that hard.
Hang it up.
I don't be telling them to stop playing. I never tell them. It's just like, yo, it's hard. If you really want to do this, what I do every single day in and day out, you better love this game.
Especially the sacrifices y'all make for family and stuff like that, especially.
Yeah, man. Family sacrifices are ridiculous. What?
Toilet flush.
Family sacrifices. I'm sorry, y'all.
Nah, that's all good.
I actually love these interviews.
I really don't feel bad.
This is real. This is raw.
Like, this is the type of, and like we try to stay away from like as much as ESPN as possible, just keep it really raw. And like, yo, we're not gonna be the type of guys to switch words around and this is whatever we say is like, all right, cool. This is just a conversation with everybody because everybody likes.
Came in and had to take a piss. I'm like,
that's it. Like, that's it. What do you want to do?
Hey, you left the bathroom though, so.
Yeah, bro.
So we don't believe in moist salud where we piss on our hands or put our hands in buckets of piss.
I be telling people who want longer beard, just piss in your hand and rub it in your beard. So
I heard chicken shit works. I don't know.
Yo, baseball coach said that shit too.
Yo. There's some water. I gotta cook it a little bit, man. I'm making Mangu tonight, so that's what I'm.
That platinum power real fast.
Yeah, bro. That's one thing. We talked about. You talked about family and being away from home. That's one thing you never left from home. But family taught me how to cook, so I'll be cooking. I'll be throwing it down, bro.
For anybody that doesn't know what Mangu is, go Google it. You're welcome.
Get yourself a plate right now. Get yourself a plate right now. You're not gonna be not satisfied as a kid. Well, this is the portion everybody is starting to hate but love at the same time when they're in it.
I think I'm gonna shine through this.
I hope so. Yo, you're not the first person to say that. We had actually people before say, "Yo, I'm gonna kill it. Don't worry about it." First question comes. All right. So here are the rules. Everybody knows patent pending, name pending is Fist of Fury. Rules are we're going to throw random questions to you, and you have 30 seconds to answer. But obviously, nobody ever answers in 30 seconds. So we like to just throw a disclaimer out. Steve, start off with your softball question because you love throwing this one out.
Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich or Popeye's chicken sandwich?
Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Oh, wow. All right. You might fight through this, bro. You might fight through this shit.
This is the easy one. Come on now. Hit me with something hard, bro.
I don't know. A lot of people like the crackhead chicken sandwich, so I'm just saying.
Chick-fil-A.
God's chicken is the best chicken.
Gotcha. All right. So Steve likes to start off with that one. Here's where it starts getting, the fury starts coming. Would you rather lose your sense of touch or your common sense?
I honestly would rather lose my sense of touch because if I lose common sense, I'm like everything in life to me is common sense. It's simple, right? You know what I'm saying? So like to me, I keep things simple. I keep it, you know what I'm saying, normal. If I'm like doing this and I don't feel it, it's all good. You know what? My common sense is gonna tell me there's a door right there. So I'll be like, all right, there's a door right there.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yo, this guy does not need 30 seconds at all. I think we got it.
Would you rather take a fastball from Chapman to the ribs?
No, whatever it is, the other one.
Wait. Right. Hold on.
You sure? What? You don't even know what I'm going to say.
No, finish.
All right, a fastball from Chapman to the ribs or bat lefty for an entire year? Or for your entire career?
Bat lefty?
Yeah, because you're a righty.
I'll take that fastball, bro.
I said the same thing.
Oh,
Bro, like every day, like, you know what I'm saying? We'd be messing around and stuff before warming up. And like, I actually warm up on my left side, like swinging, because it balances your body out. You swing righty every single day, hundreds of swings, and you never swing lefty. So I try to balance it out. I take like 10, 15 swings left-handed every day. And bro, like, it's bad. Like,
so you lose your common sense when you fucking bat lefty.
I said I lose my sense of touch.
Well, there's no touch in that left-handed swing. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, Q, what's your next one?
All right. So would you rather have hot dogs as fingers or sponges for feet?
Wow. Will I be able to walk normal?
Yes.
I would have the sponges for feet. Yeah,
Okay.
I would like to soak up everything that the ground has given me. Everything starts from the ground up.
Bro, you come from Jersey. You know what's on the ground.
Yeah, I think you know what? If I got hot dog hands, I can't hit, bro.
All right, but if
well, you also sense of touch anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I don't have sense of touch.
All right, my next question. You have to. All right, if you wanted to be one person in the world, who would it be? And if you wanted to be them, you would actually have to murder them.
Wow. You hit me with that part.
Yo!
All right. I'm not gonna say Trump. Can I say Donald Trump?
Yeah.
So that way I can change the rules and all this stuff and make my new rules and I don't know.
The rules of this question is you can kill anybody. Like you had to pick anybody in the world. You can be them tomorrow, but you have to murder them today.
Nah. Okay. All right. So you hit me with that hard. How long has it been? 20 seconds?
I told you. This one gets everybody.
Brad Pitt.
Oh, okay.
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 I think that's the number one answer so far.
I'm not mad at that answer.
I'm not.
Who have we had? We've had Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. I honestly, it's counting.
Will Smith. I think somebody said Will Smith.
Oh, someone said Will Smith. Yes. You know what? Brad Pitt's the number one right now. All right. You're stuck on an island by yourself, deserted. What's the one song that you have to listen to every time you wake up?
Wow, you know what? I've actually thought about this. So this is nothing
sick.
new to me.
You're sick. You're sick.
Don't worry about a thing.
Because every little
thing is going to be
Yeah.
I've already been in this scenario multiple times, bro. You need to come at me harder.
We got the good ones coming right now.
This next question is just to see the type of person you are. You a cat guy or a dog guy?
Dog.
Okay.
That's very simple. Good
very simple.
Question, good answer.
I just needed that one. I just needed to know that one.
All right. Now, would you rather have diarrhea every time you're at your girl's house or walk backwards for the rest of your life?
Or what?
Would you rather have diarrhea every time you're at your girl's house or would you have to walk backwards for the rest of your life?
Sorry, folks, at my girlfriend's house.
Sorry, Josh.
Sorry, Josh. So I'm sorry I say something. I'm sorry.
All right, next question. Would you rather have somebody walk slow in front of you or walk fast behind you?
Somebody walk fast behind me because that'll speed me up, and then I would get to where I want to be quicker. So
you know what, man? This guy, bro.
We can't do it with this guy. This guy, did you speak to him about the questions before this interview?
No, I didn't.
Listen. This is what y'all don't know, man. When we do bus rides, we have like a 9-hour, 10-hour bus rides. I think about this every day, bro. Like, all these questions have been replayed in my mind already.
You're sick.
That was my last one, honestly. I don't got no more for you, bro.
All right, so you have to mix two animals together. What would they be?
It would be... Hold on.
Is he gonna hit 30 seconds on this one?
I hate snakes, but I like horses. So,
okay.
No, I like horses and I hate snakes. So if I mix those two together, It'll
The
give you
leg
like
snake.
a nice medium in between. Think about a big ass snake that you can ride because it's like a horse and it's galloping instead of like snaking away.
Yo, that shit is crazy. So,
I don't know.
I don't know. I just mind blew myself.
Animal,
I just mind blew myself right there.
bro, because I'm thinking like a big ass snake with a horse's face and then having snake legs.
Yeah, bro. I don't even know how I came up with that.
Yo, it is what it is.
I have no more questions.
All right. So let's finish off with a light, easy one. Superstitions. What's
So
this?
what?
Superstitions. What's the craziest one you have ever witnessed in the locker room?
All right. So, like, look, I'm not very superstitious. I'm a little stitious, all right?
All right.
Not very superstitious, just a little stitious. But anybody who's in sports who tells you that they're not superstitious is bullshitting you.
Don't believe
right?
it.
Everybody has a superstition. I myself, like I said, I don't really believe in it as much, but I just can't help it. It was one time I hit a home run that day, and I remember I had Chipotle in the morning. My ass was in Chipotle every day until it stopped working. I had a superstition that every time on my birthday I would hit a home run, and it worked up until last year, I think. I would hit a home run on my birthday every day. So superstition is definitely a thing. One of the craziest things that I've seen, like, it's my boy CC, man, Christopher Colon. He played with the Royals. He won a World Series with them. I was with him last year in AAA. He's just one of the
I don't
greatest
want to
guys.
talk about that team.
Sorry about it. No, he believed that taking we have what is called lizard skin, so you put around your bat so you can grip better.
Okay.
He believed that taking those things off and putting a new one on every time you didn't get a hit would work. And like, you don't understand the process of taking a lizard skin fully off. Like, it takes like a good, if you want to take like the whole, because it has glue and stuff and it glues around your back, like your handle, it takes you like a good 30 minutes of you scraping it with a scraper that you have to buy separately. So, yo, I would literally take pictures of him every time I caught him scraping his back, taking the glue off. And I swear to you, bro, like, we'd be talking and he'd just be chilling like, yeah, bro. Like, every day. Because, yo, he was so superstitious with it. He had to do it. Like, every day he was, like, taking off a new lizard skin.
Yo, that's too funny. So what you're saying is basically this year, July 12th, you're going to hit a home run.
Yo, look for it.
No,
with the Reds,
we're doing the Babe Ruth.
With the Cincinnati Reds.
We're doing the Babe Ruth.
Yeah, with the Reds, Babe Ruth, everything. You can look
Lefty.
for it. It won't happen.
Hey,
Lefty.
It won't happen.
look out for the post on July 12th of Crook hitting a home run.
Yeah.
Yo, honestly, if you hit a home run, dude, you get to name whatever you want to do. Whatever.
Can I be on the show again as a guest or what?
Anytime you want, bro. Anytime you want, bro.
That's it, bro.
So, look,
I'm letting you know. I'm putting it in my phone right now as a reminder. July 12th, home run. That's it.
And next time I'm on the show as a guest, I'm gonna have questions for y'all. Just like,
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yo, I like it.
Because y'all hit me with some rapid fire. And like, I was thinking about some clapbacks too, but I didn't even want to hit you with them yet. You know what I'm saying?
What? Hit us with one right now. Just one.
Nah, bro. It's just
No.
Okay.
Not right now.
That fire.
We'll make that fucking Mangu, bro.
Yo, we loved it, dude. You know, this is the last segment right here. Shout out anybody you want to do. It could be English, Spanish, whoever you want to do it. You can take your time, B.
Bueno. They say English, Spanish. I want to give a shout out to my peoples out there in the DR, my teammates that I play with in the Licey, la gente mía allá del Licey, que saben que lo que conmigo. Just again, you know, my family, the people who are closer to me. I keep a really small circle, so the people that are close to me, the people who are in my circle, my girlfriend, my family, you know, friends and families. I have, you know. I'm weird, man. I'm very out there with people. I talk a lot, you know. I don't know if you noticed. I'm very social, man. I'm very social. So I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of people. So if I start shouting people out, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be here all day. But just I wanna encourage people. How about that? I wanna end it with a message. You know what I'm saying?
So then let's do this. You have a crowd of kids from 10 years old all the way to 16 years old. Take 10 seconds and give some words of advice for them. Because that kid is coming through Little League. He's playing through Pony League, Babe Ruth League, and all these leagues and the AAU teams. What's that strong message they should hang their hat on?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to probably take me more than 10 seconds, but this is
Take your time, bro.
This is the scoop of it, man. In baseball, in sports, and in life, anything can happen. I was one of the kids who started playing sports at the age of 11, really 12 years old, who's considered really late. Kids usually who make the pros or start playing when they're like young, and their parents, played sports. In my family, no one played. So like just because you're different, you're outcast. When I moved to the United States, I didn't speak any English. I was, outcasted. I was, put in situations where it was tough, and just because you're different, just because, it's tough, don't give up on little things like that because it's going to be that much more rewarding. And in life, in sports, you never know what could happen. Always be positive about, the situations you put in because you can look at life or any situation as an excuse or something that you have to do, a chore, or being put in a bad situation, or you can look at it as an opportunity. And it's all perspective. How do you see things? You get put in a situation where you're picked last in your high school team or whatever. Oh, they probably think you suck or whatever. Dude, it's an opportunity for you to prove to them who you are and what you are. So just look at things differently. Always have a good perspective, positive perspective. Be friendly, talk to people. You never know what they're gonna tell you because that's how I learned all the things that I know. And just be out there, be involved. You know what I'm saying? You never know. That's what I tell people. You never know because there's somebody out there watching. There's somebody out there always paying attention, keeping track. When I got drafted, I didn't even know I was going to get drafted that year until, somebody called me like, hey, we want to pick you in the draft. And I was like, it's a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? And just always go out there, give it your best, have fun. Can't stress that enough because, it's like in life, not just in sports, have fun because, like, who wants to live life, sad and depressed all the time? And it's, depression is a subject that, it's tough because it's out there. And, a lot of people go through it, but, everybody goes through it at one point maybe. But it's tough. And, like, why do we shade towards it more? Be happy, be positive, be out there, make friends with good people. Whoever you hang around, that's who you're going to be. So hang around people who want success. Be around people who want more and who are willing to do more because the people who don't want anything in life and the people who are satisfied, they're going to be satisfied and they're going to make you be satisfied because that's who you hang out. So I encourage people to be out there, go out there, explore new things, be productive, talk to people, learn more about yourself, and always, always, always have fun.
All right, bro. Well, now I'm ready to run through a brick wall and have fun doing it.
Yo, if it's gonna make you better, bro, you better run through that wall.
Yo, I'm out to the cages right now.
All right, Crook. Yo, it's been a pleasure having you, my dude.
Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
And we look forward to seeing you when it's Cincinnati.
Back on the show, man.
Yo, let us know, man. You let us know. Honestly, next time you're on the show, you already know. You better be at the show, kid. You better be at that show.
Hey, when I'm in the show, I'm gonna be in this show. What's up with that?
Yo, that's it.
Hey, I like it. I love it,
baby. We're gonna leave it at that. Yo, stay positive. Always have fun, like you said. And we bless you. You've been blessed with us, man. I'm actually happy to have this interview. Yo, health and success right there for you.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Crooks.
All right. See you guys.
All right, man.
Peace.
Yo,
that was good.
Great fucking guy.
I told you he's mad chill. I met him before already.
Great fucking guy.
Oh my god, I was catching a cramp though. Holy fuck. I couldn't move. I couldn't move either because the mic was right here and I had to stand like in between my legs.
Yeah, I know. I see it, bro. I'm sweating right now, dude.
Why?
I don't know. I'm like fucking sweating.
Great interview.
Yo, great. Yo, honestly, I was very surprised at how he ended himself.
Honestly, at the end, that message, I think we should post that on Instagram.
Without a doubt, 1,000%.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to give him like that little message because
nigga said 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know why I said 10 seconds. Like, yo, 10 seconds. I was like, he's gonna be more than 10 seconds. Nigga. It's like, yo, take his shit. But son,